Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Devil's Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Gatewalkers, an adventure featuring these wonderful and incredible Patreons who help support my channel, continue to allow me to do all the fun, cool, wacky, and insane stuff that we do here on the DAG channel, and have a great time doing it. It's so good to see so many familiar faces out there in the chat, as well as a couple of new ones here. Welcome in, one and all. Now, as for those of you who don't know what we're doing here, we are playing a tabletop role-playing game. A tabletop role-playing game is an adventure in which several adventurers, such as these, take on the role of protagonists in a story that is run and housed by the wonderful and amazing game master that is myself, who serves as the narrator, the arbiter of the rules, and the person who has to tolerate dying more times than the players can count. So that's what we're doing. What, Neil? Go on. What did you have to say?
Said, it still says Reign of Winter as the title.
It does? No, it shouldn't. Hold on.
I know it didn't 5 minutes ago. It's reset itself.
What do you mean it reset itself? Why did it reset itself? Let's try that again.
I'll reload and see.
Yeah, try it again.
Oh, yep, now it says Gatewalkers. Okay.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know why I did that. Okay, cool. Anyway, thank you for the heads up, Neil. Appreciate it. And Brune, also. Now, as for today, of course, we'd like to start off by thanking the people who help bring us the show that you guys love, and that is, of course, our sponsors for the day. First of all, we'd like to thank Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on stream here. For those of you who have not checked out Hero Forge before, it is an amazing 3D model making software that allows you to create bespoke models for your TTRPG adventures and beyond. I cannot recommend highly enough this as a means to not only express yourself creatively and create your characters, but to also help envision them and embolden yourself to take that role playing to the next level by inspiring yourself with the appearances available through here. And with the new kit bashing feature, there's never been a better time to make exactly who you want to make when it comes to the world of roleplay. Also, for those of you who are planning on the Christmas holidays and having a Hero Forge present, highly recommend getting in on getting your orders in before, I mean, I'd say Black Friday would be the latest, but, you know, the sooner the better so that you can guarantee it's there for Christmas. So, there you go. Then, of course, we have our lovely soundscape from the folks at Sirenscape, which allows us to create all kinds of amazing ambience, such as the ambience of the lizard folk swamps, as our heroes travel through a land filled with mystery and wonder. We can create an ambient soundscape to immerse my players in the adventure, such as... And if it's not enough for the music, we can also add in things like cicadas, the sounds of the marshlands, frogs. As our heroes trudge through the water, splashing as they go, until eventually they can see up ahead some manner of creature hissing, ready to pounce. It is super easy and super cool to be able to do this at the touch of a finger. So yeah, go check out Sirenscape and get your subscription and unlock a literal cornucopia of role-playing ambient soundtracks for you to use whenever. And it's also available on an app on a browser and on your phone as well if you want to, use them at your game table. I use it quite often to scare children. Normally, when I'm making like little dramatic moments, I'll have like a horror stab. It's called a horror stab sound effect. So whenever I need to kind of like say something's happening, it's like, all right, cool. You walk up to the door. The rusty door handle twists with a creak, and as you fling the door open, all of a sudden, if it doesn't do this, a creature leaps out and grabs hold of you and drags you under the floorboards. You scratch and you claw and you leave your marks and nothing is left behind of you as the rest of the group goes, "Fuck this," and runs away. So there you go. Stuff like that. Sirenscape, so much fun.
That's
all right.
the smart people of the horror film.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Because here's the thing. Are you really the smart person of the horror film if you know that this is what happens in horror films? Because guess what? How many times
I wouldn't be there in the first place.
How many times does the smart person survive a horror film? It's
How
literally
many times is there a smart person in a horror film?
I guarantee you, the person who is the smartest person, who is the most put together, has literally as much chance of survival as the stoner chick who flashes her tits in scene 1. They literally have the same survival rate. Okay, like just putting that out there.
Well, I would just say the smartest person didn't go in the first place. They saw.
That's why they're not in the movie.
That's not in the movie. Yeah, sorry. There's no not appearing in this film character.
Exactly. That
they were there, but that's why they're not in the movie. Is because they're not.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's just the archetype. It's just the archetype. There's no saving yourselves, and it's the same thing in D&D as well. There's no saving the person who is the most reliable person. That just makes it like this guy. Anyway. And then, of course, our last sponsor of the day is none other than Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, which has all of our dice, all of our rules, all the cool things for us to interact with so that we can play and enjoy ourselves. So there we go. So go check out our sponsors and go level up your game. All right. Now, no game is complete without, of course, a wonderful array of amazing and cool characters to embark on this adventure with. So without any further ado, I will turn to my players to introduce themselves and the characters that they are going to be playing. Take it away.
Hi, I'm OG Love Kitten playing as Lushara. She's an elven witch traveling with her familiar Magnus. She also has a rabbit named Monty. But we're all on an adventure to figure out what happened to us when we lost about, I think it was 8 months of our time when we stepped through a portal and came out changed in some way. So she's trying to find the answer to that, thinking it will provide her with clues that will lead her to her ultimate goal of finding her missing twin brother.
And I'm Sky playing the gruff dwarf Bill Rotar, who always prefers to lean on everyone else's intelligence and tries to be a slab of meat to try and protect them.
I'm Neil from Immersion Diversion, and I'm playing Arseni, a sorcerer who's a human turned skeleton turned dwarf. They wish to be a musician, and so they went through their gate and mysteriously came through as the skeleton, unsure how. But then got caught in a machine that turned them from a skeleton into a dwarf. And so now there's a whole lot of mysterious everything going on. Yeah, well, still probably trying to find out who turned him into the skeleton in the first place. But there's a lot of extra stuff now, so... Nope, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm Jen. I play Aelith, the ranger of the group. I kind of hooked up with this ragtag team to help figure out what happened with the missing time, and I have found myself kind of a quasi protector of sorts, trying to do my best to help keep people alive.
Hello, I'm Mac, and I'm playing Viv, the little puppet, who summons, who's a summoner. So they have a little Eidolon that looks vaguely like the kid that they used to belong to, that they are now searching for. And now they're on this really cool world where everything's like super cool colors and there's like dinosaurs and everything, but the dinosaurs keep trying to eat us, and that's just like not cool. And our friends are falling out the sky, and she like doesn't know what to do about that, but like we're gonna figure it out.
And Nick?
Good evening, everyone. I am Nick. I'm playing Squee, the goblin, and Squee is really just happy to find people who can speak their language here, and is probably going to hold on to them for a while. Squee believes a lot in honor, but it's a special kind of honor, like goblin honor.
All right, and that is, of course, our table of characters. Now, to begin with, before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing audience members that came and joined us here today. Guys, thank you so much for being here and for being a part of the show. It means so much to have you guys participate time and time again. And as such, we invite you to behind the GM screen to come and have a bit of fun with us, to play around with a ton of the rewards that we have here for you guys to interact with. First of all, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time to basically gain a whole bunch of different bonuses for our group. These can be inspirations, insight bonuses. This can be wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine healing, divine intervention, tons of cool stuff. So please go check those out. And of course, subscribers, you earn channel points a little quicker, so consider subscribing for that extra boost. We run plenty of games here in the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, so yeah, there's lots of room to earn points for your sessions. Then, of course, we have monetary donations, which go towards the DAG survival check that allows me to continue eating solid food. This, of course, is done through donations that have more of a tangible effect on the course of the game. Which you can see right over here. Now, for $5, you can donate to give a player one of these little red marks, or a GM a little purple mark. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks of cards I have in front of me. The Boom First Heroic Action deck, which is a free heroic action for a player of your choosing, which serves as not only a hero point, but also provides a unique one-use power that our heroes will be able to utilize at any point in time. They are very, very useful in a pinch. Alternatively, if you want, the $10 can go towards a deck of plot twist draws. Now, this is a deck of plot twists and flashbacks that inspire story prompts of whatever game we happen to be playing. These are just more of like a GM exercise as well, just really tests my skills and abilities to be able to utilize whatever story prompt is amidst whatever is happening in my game. So yeah, these are a lot of fun too. Now, sometimes my players just need to succeed, or sometimes the bad guys need to. And so we have, for the $20 donation, a coveted golden natural 20, which can be used at any point in time as a natural 20, just to simply have a nat 20 happen, because that's just it. Then, of course, for $50, you can donate to provide a magic item to a player of your choosing. This can be a magic item, a homebrew item that you design. You can ask me to design a item for my player, or you can choose a player and allow them to purchase something from their wish list, and it'll be provided therefore. These are usually quite useful items and can really pull my players out of a tight situation. Alternatively, if you woke up and chose violence today, you can use that $50 to instead create a boss buff, making an encounter more deadly and difficult. The boss might get more powers and more abilities. The terrain might change, making it more advantageous for the villain, or make it advantageous for our players. We might up the stakes, make things more challenging by adding consequences. Whatever it is a major increase to the difficulty of the fight. And lastly, we have the $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item for today is a terrifying one. And that is, well, I know this is going to sound bad, but I've got no other way to say it. I'm going to say it, Magic COVID. That is what I'm going to do to this game. I will drop Magic COVID into my game for the $100 secret menu item. So if you guys want to see Magic COVID, then yeah, that's how we're doing it. That's what it's gonna be. Why am I gonna do it? Why am I doing this? I woke up in this morning and I bit my lip yesterday while I was eating dinner, so I've got a bit of an ulcer here and it kind of freaking hurts. So I feel like putting that pain out into the world, you know, because I'm a nice guy. Sharing is caring, and this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, fantasy magic COVID is how I'm gonna express that. So there you go. Because yeah, a space T-Rex hunting you guys is definitely not enough. Yes.
He's the thing giving COVID to everyone.
No,
gives us a reason to stay away from it. Need to keep that 2 feet distance.
No, fair.
Sorry, we have to let you fall to your death because magic COVID. Sorry.
Because magic COVID. Yeah, that's it. That's actually
the
dwarves are patient zero, and if you had let them die, Would have saved everything. All right. Well, that brings us to the end. We don't have any pre-show donations, so let's just jump into today's episode, shall we? So, when last we left our heroes, high atop the jungle canopies of the Castrovellian jungle, 6 adventurers currently careen across several light rails, heading towards a city on a far and distant planet, unfamiliar to their own home. This is all in aid of searching for answers to 8 months that was taken from each of our players when they entered a strange and magical portal, re-emerging with their memories missing. Following the trail to lead their answers has led them here to this place, and with hope and with any luck, our heroes will be able to find those who can translate what the Eodara, these elven gates, mean, and how the Shade Wither key, the key that our heroes had stolen from a nightmare fae, play in all of the things that are happening around them. But before then, they have something else to deal with, and that is the light rail being several hundreds of feet above the canopies of the jungle below, and both Bilratar and Arsini have fallen from the side of their little wagon thing, and have now started falling, plummeting to their inevitable demise.
No.
All right. Several large winged pteranodons circle around. Now, I believe 2 of them have been disoriented by a variety of attacks, whereas one, which is the one that landed and shook the cart, is still attached to the actual carriage itself. It's using its wings to kind of keep it off balance. However, Bilratar and Arsini, you have already begun your fall, with 2 of the pteranodons flying out of formation underneath where you happen to be. The scene is yours. What do you wish to do?
First, we're already far, like, kind of from the cart, right? So there's no option to try and grab onto it.
No,
As
absolutely
we're kind of
not.
falling out. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and angle, and try to land on one of those pterodons below.
You're gonna try and land on one of the pterodons? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the equivalent of a fly check here? Let's do an acrobatics check. What level are you guys? You guys level...
Uh-oh. We're level 3 or 4.
Level 4? Let's say this is going to be quite difficult. Yeah, incredibly hard. Okay. Yep.
Okay, I might not be able to pass this, but I will try
Hey,
for a
you're
natural 20.
You're trying it. Let's do it.
Nope, that's a freaking 1.
That is a crit
You know what?
fumble.
I will.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll use my nat 20.
All right, and that 20 still fails, but because
Oh.
hold on, let's see. So nat 20 is, so that gives you a 21. That is actually a crit fumble to a fail.
What? You need a 31.
Yeah, because you are trying to glide
Okay,
a brick
yeah.
onto the back of a bird.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're doing
Yeah,
you're doing
okay.
something insane. So yeah, it's
I know.
not surprising. So yes, unfortunately, with a natural 20, that is not going to cut it. And here's the thing: I would have told you that had I known your acrobatics was 1. So anyway,
Oops.
well, you have burned the nat 20, unfortunately.
Damn it.
But hey, it's not a critical fail, so there's that. So,
Okay.
you are falling. Bilratar, what about you?
So Bilratar couldn't grab one because he had
Guys.
the gun out. So as he starts to fall, he's going to let it go. And instead of trying to glide or anything like that, he's going to, because he semi-had the grappling hook prepared previously, so it's still on his waist type thing.
Okay, so to
He's
be
going
clear,
to-
let's paint a picture. I would say that your grappling hook, in terms of your preparation, one end of it is attached to your belt. You have then coiled it into a rope with the grappling attachment already on the head of it. It, however, as a loop, is now also attached to your belt as well. So it is sitting loosely, just so that you've got your gun in your hand, and it is on your belt. Cool?
Yep.
Sweet.
So Bill, thinking he doesn't have time to stow the gun, is just going to let it go off into the air as he reaches for the rope. And he's going to throw the grappling hook to almost try and lasso one of the birds to try and see if... So he's not aiming for the bird, he's throwing the lasso at the bird, see if he can use that to have that with the rope slow his fall.
To clarify, you have a grappling hook, not a lasso.
I know. But hit it, stick it in, at least there'll be something.
So hold on. Okay, we need a. There's a
Both
big difference in how. So to be clear, there's a big difference in how those things function. Okay. So for example, if you try to use a grappling hook in the same fashion as a lasso, you're just throwing a grappling hook off into the distance. So what I'm imagining you mean is you're going to try and hook it like a harpoon or a fish hook kind of thing to embed it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. In which case, we're going to be making a improvised weapon check as you make a... as I'm going to say that you're going to do this as you fly past them, so let's do it as a reach-based melee attack. So you're swinging it around, and you're trying to swing it down on them. All right.
Okay, so improvised melee.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Connell uses that 20.
Do you want to use the 20? I mean, to be honest, do you really want to use the 20?
First one is your...
Okay, sure. So burning the nat 20 with a 24. Let's have a look at the AC of this creature. This AC of the creature is an 18. So that will
Looks
go...
like Bill got inspiration.
Bill got an inspiration. All right, before we use the nat 20, let's give you a reroll then, shall we? As Votaria has given an inspiration to that. Also, Viv, you have also received inspiration as well. Votaria, thank you so much.
Thank you, Potaria.
Unfortunately, a 9 is still not going to cut it, unfortunately. So the natural 20 is going to come through. You're going to swing it around, and indeed it does hook into the back of the bird. Now, can I get you to roll me a d4, please? And let me just also pull out the image of the Pteranodon. There we go. That's the creature that Bilratar has now just stabbed, who is now, as you can imagine, quite enraged. Okay. So that is 4 points of damage. Okay. And because it was a critical hit, it has embedded in its flesh and is now hooked in. Cool. I guess let's figure out what's happening from here when we fly into initiative. Pun intended. All right, Viv, we're starting off with you, then Arsini, Aelith, Bilruta, the Pteranodons, Lashara, Squee, and that is all.
Oh boy. Okay, well, seeing two of my friends plummeting to their 70% certain doom, the first thing we need to worry about is making sure no one else starts falling, so that we can make sure we get these two back up here. So, are there any chips of the stones that they were leaving, the little deposit they were leaving in these light rails that I could use as a telekinetic projectile? Like any chips that would have fallen off the ore?
Oh yeah, tons. They're like it's like they're all different shapes and sizes of rocks and stones and stuff.
Basically, it's just trying to pelt this large bird with stones, hoping it kills two pigeons with one stone. Apparently, I don't know what he's hoping for. He's just really not having a great day.
All right, which one are you gonna try and shoot? You're gonna shoot the one that
the one that's actively on the yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me get the...
Roll me a percentage.
Oh, okay. Which one's that?
It is the last dice with the two numbers on it.
Okay, do I just roll that or do I have to press something else?
Roll it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. That's not the chat. One more time.
Oh, okay. Make your attack. Looking at time in the city, working for the man every night and day.
What was that for, Doug?
No, don't worry about it. Just roll your attack against the bird.
Where's the bird? Where's the bird? Where's the bird?
It's in it's
Which
in
one
the
is it?
initiative. Number 3. No, sorry. Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
number
it'd
3.
be number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3. Got it. All right, certain death. Here we come. What is happening
my
today, Dag? Dag, can we
God.
talk real quick? Dag, can we
Certain
have a little
death.
conversation?
Certain death, indeed. So to be clear, just to everyone, so our city started this game in order to try and acrobatics his way onto a bird, rolled a natural 1. Bilratar then tried to lasso a bird, rolled a natural 1. Viv then tried to shoot a bird and rolled a natural 1. So
I
evidently,
do have inspiration.
you do have inspiration, so you do get another roll. But let's see what happens here, because this does not seem to be the group's day.
Yeah,
And
they just
oddly
decided
enough,
this is not our day. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Okay, roll your thing.
All right, everyone, do we believe what's about to happen?
Oh my
Oh
god.
God, wait, I gotta roll again, don't I?
No, that was it. That was
No,
your.
because that's 2.
That's
No,
two.
Just
no,
2
no,
ones in a
one,
row.
Oh
one.
yeah, right. You need to roll the. Yeah, shit. Okay, yeah, roll again. Just roll it. Yep.
Guys, listen to me.
Oh yeah, that was for an attack. Oh my god.
All right.
I need,
So this could be.
everyone
So
to just
for
like
those of
give
you.
me the good vibes right
Okay,
now,
so
man.
before
We're
you
5 minutes in.
so before you roll, just so everyone knows, there is a house rule that we play, which is a remnant of the old days, called the TKO. The TKO represents if you roll 3 natural 20s for whatever reason while attacking something, they will instantly die. Does not matter how powerful or how many hit points they have. It is it's like the fates have convened to murder something. There is also the alternative where 3 natural 1s means no matter what you are doing for whatever reason, it results in a catastrophic failure and your imminent death. Not your defeat, not your end, death. It is a terrible thing to happen. Because the fates have decided thus. So now we are on 2 natural 1s. Let us see if Viv takes the brunt of the instant death.
How do you
Also-
weight code?
Also,
Yeah.
to be clear, there is nothing that negates either of these things. Hero points, jinx points, divine healing, nothing. Because it is such a rare event. Especially in a game where you don't have to confirm crits.
Can we get a poll to see if I roll it now?
No, just roll. We'll just roll the nat 1, or we'll roll normal. We'll see. Either way, this is not going to be great.
2!
Oh
I'm not
my
dead!
god.
I'm not
Whoa.
dead! I'm not dead!
Oh my
Again,
I'm
I
not
would,
dead.
again,
I am not.
I would hold
Yeah, go ahead.
I would hold the thing. So what do you want to do now? You have effectively gotten a crit fumble. Because remember, that 2 is just to confirm you're not dead. You did roll 2 nat 1s, so that is your advantage roll.
I think that they're swinging wildly because the cart's already not staying stable. They do throw it, but they hit the cart. It hits them right back in the head pretty hard.
Okay, so you're not.
And-
What I meant is you're not using your nat 20 or anything like that.
I don't know. This is scary. I'm scared. I'm too scared to do anything else right now.
It's up to you.
Hmm.
You've also kind of described what your crit fumble would be. Is you're hitting
No,
yourself.
he doesn't. Mac doesn't get to decide what the fumble does. That's my job. That ain't happening. Oh man.
No, I'll
you
use
know-
that 20. I'll use that 20. Let's do it.
Okay, using the nat 20. Okay, let's see what
Let's
happens
do
here.
it.
Woo, 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 woo. Nice. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so critical hit. Roll your damage.
Would it be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing for the little chips of ore?
Bludgeoning, and then we'll talk more later.
Do we have to? I feel like I'm being pulled into the principal's office, Dag. This is not the vibe I wanted. The damage is good.
It's pretty
Oh,
good.
it's dead.
Oh yeah, it died. That's unfortunate
Okay.
for it. It did. So let's talk real, guys. Just above the table here, okay? So quick question. This is a quarry that is mining an ore, right? Yeah, you can kind of get that. Any ideas what this ore might be possibly used for?
Making weapons.
Making weapons. That's a good idea. That's nice. Yeah. Any other
Something that shouldn't be thrown at fast speeds that
Power
Viv wouldn't have thought
source?
about because they're 2 months old.
Could be.
I'm guessing it's a power
Have we
source.
been told what this
Like a
ore is
fuel.
called?
No,
Mm-mm.
it's unobtainium.
It's a liquid ore.
Yeah, it could definitely be a
We've
power
just
core.
been sitting in
I have
sludge.
I have a little list here in front of me, which I you know when Max said I'm going to throw this, I was like, what is this ore? So I had one for metallurgy, one for building and construction work. I had one for power core. I had one for demolitions, and I had one for magic. These are the different things. So there was a 20% chance for each of these different things to transpire. The lowest 20 was high yield explosive.
Is that what? Oh my god, that was.
So as it hits the Pteranodon, Viv, can I get you to roll me an additional 5d6 damage?
Oh my.
Yes.
And,
Of course you can, Dag. I would be happy to do that for
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
We let this cart fill up halfway, didn't we?
You did.
Is that,
All right.
is that the most damage?
That was
That's
also
pretty good.
critical,
All right.
wasn't it?
So that's 13 points of damage. So as the ore flies out and hits this Pteranodon, it cracks, fissuring apart, and then you watch as the shrapnel blows up and flies in different directions, dealing 13 points of damage in a short area. Now, none of you guys were close enough to take that damage. However, it does land in the cart. And as it does, it begins to set off a chain reaction. You start to watch as these veins of power begin to ignite from the back end of the cart and start almost like a wave making their way towards you. It will explode at the end of the round.
You guys are sitting in popcorn.
Effectively, yeah. So, for those of you who are fans of like wartime history, welcome to the world's first Claymore toboggan. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens there.
Am I really wishing right now that Viv had rolled another nat 1 so that we could have avoided this? Am I really just wishing he died?
Well, actually, ironically, the reason I asked is because if you had rolled a nat 1, it would have been worse because I would have blown up the whole thing immediately. Yeah.
Probably
Anyway.
just kill us all in TP8.
Yeah, exactly. Now, look, keeping in mind, there is a margin in which you guys survive the exploding wagon. It's not a great margin, but there is a margin for it. So,
Me and Bill will survive the explosion.
so Viv, you've used 2 actions to do the floaty blasty thing. You have 1 action remaining. falling out of this thing sounds pretty good right now. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Any more pteranodons down there we can jump on?
There is one that Bill is hooked, and there is the second one who is, was it dazed or something? I feel like it was stunned.
Oh, the one that even Bill's hooked onto is dazed.
Yeah,
and
dazed.
blinded.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. They're blinded and dazed or something like that. So,
Yeah.
so there you go.
Just gonna say, guys, I think we need to jump.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! It's just panicking. Last round panic.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, Arseni, you're up.
right. There's only one thing that I can do until I get further. Are there trees down below me, first of all?
Yeah.
Underneath? Okay. I don't think I'll hit him this turn, so I'm gonna... Oh, but I have to choose. Okay. Because I only have 1 level 2 spell slot left, and 2 of them are good for... Oh, shit. Alright. This is gonna be
I
bad.
love that
if
he's
this
worried
goes
about
wrong.
saving spells while he's falling to his death.
No, because I was either going to do summon elemental and summon something that could fly.
Like an air
but
elemental.
I'm afraid it's not big enough. Yeah, but I'm afraid it's not big enough because we're level 3, so I can only cast something that's level 1. Or 2, use Gecko Grip and try to grab onto a tree at, like, side of a tree as I'm falling down. and that would hurt my fingers, but at least I would not take a bunch of fall damage. I'm gonna try Gecko Grip, I guess. I'm gonna cast Gecko Grip and wait, because I can't really do much else right now. I'm gonna try and aim myself for a tree.
We realize you can't aim for anything. You're just kind of tumbling and hoping. But yeah, you cast Gecko Grip,
exactly.
and your fingertips are covered in this like sticky kind of film of magic as you are plummeting towards the tree line.
And I'm just like, hit a tree, hit a tree, hit a tree, hit a tree.
All right, Aelith, you're up next. The ore that's in the wagon that you're in is now glowing and making its way towards you. Woo, 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 woo. What do you do?
Is there a lot of the ore?
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. No, I think we're gonna have to jump. And I'm gonna get my grappling hook. How far away is the other dinosaur that Bill is the second dinosaur, not the one Bill Tor is on?
It's quite a ways down, and about maybe 15 foot away from the one that Bill Ratar hooked.
Okay, is there any way that I can use the grapple to hook onto it?
Not from in the wagon, no.
Okay.
Oh, not the wagon. The what do you call them? The rail, the toboggan, the carriage thing that's being.
You said it was a gondola.
Gondola, that was the word. Yeah. I was trying to think of the word.
Like you said it last week.
Yeah, but last week you
Lashara,
spotted.
do you have a grappling hook? Lashara, do you have a grappling hook?
No, I have a rope.
You have
That's
a rope?
about it.
Okay. Well, let's tie ourselves together with your rope, and then we can jump, and I can try the grappling hook. If you don't have a grappling hook. Otherwise, it's free fall.
Well, I don't know if I can ask a question at this point, but I was going to ask, what are the rail made out of? What are the rails made out of that were?
It seems to be
gliding
pure energy.
Dang. I'm going to try to loop a rope around that. Oh, well. Shara has no idea what to do, so she's just going to defer to Aelith if you want to use an action to tie us together.
I think that's probably going to be the best bet. I don't know anything else unless we just free dive and hope we can land in a tree.
All right.
I've got nothing. Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I think that's about the best we can do.
Cool. You draw out your rope,
You want to
and
tie
you
the rope or just free dive?
Okay.
Whoa.
So
All right,
apparently,
you grab out the rope and you tie Lushara and Aelith together. That you have one last action if you want to use it.
Can I hold that so when it gets to her action, we both jump?
No, because you need two
Yes,
actions to hold.
Oh, okay.
But I'm happy to have you both just jump at the same time. It's fine. Or you can jump now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start jumping.
All right, you've tied
So,
up Lushara
I'm gonna
and
jump.
leap. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woohoo! We're all going.
All right, Lushara, do you resist?
no, I just cling to Magnus and be like, I guess we're going.
Okay.
No.
Magnus scratches you and is like, let me go!
Oh my God, sorry!
Ah! All right. Okay, well, off you go. All right, the two of you begin your fall, I guess. Bilratar, you are attached to one of these pteranodon.
Yep. So now with my weight, has there been any indication that this is sinking a little bit, or is it appearing to glide? Maintaining the
It's
weight?
doing okay. It's still gliding as it normally did. It's maybe having a little bit of struggle, so it's like flapping a little harder than it normally would. But it's a large creature, so it
Yeah, it's a
can
large creature.
technically, yeah, it can technically hold up to 2 medium-sized creature comfortably.
Yeah. And I'm guessing Bill at this point is still sort of half distance to the ground. Maybe 50 feet or so.
Yes. Yeah.
Very well. And now seeing that several other people are now falling from the sky,
Mhm.
which is down. Bill's going to try and climb the rope to get onto this thing's back to see if he can then eventually get to the point of making ride checks to see if he can direct it to.
All right, athletics check to climb the rope and try to get onto the back of this creature.
Oh.
Yeah, 23. That's pretty good. All right, with a 23, you climb up the rope, and you do indeed make it to the creature's back. I would like a survival check from you, please, as you attempt to ride the creature and control it. It is blinded from its daze. It's just got, like, shone in the eyes. So, it might... Ooh, that is not going to do it. Unfortunate. You kind of grabbed onto the back of it, but you're unable to control it as it is just sort of steering around. Again, it is flying blind. Literally and figuratively.
Yep.
All right.
I'd imagine Bill, for the last one, is just sort of gripping the back as best he can at this point.
Nice. This one's going to try and throw you off. Let's see. What is your fort save plus 10? And is it a 21?
It is a 21.
Oh, Bilratar, I need you to make me a athletics check to try and grab your rope before you are thrown off by this creature.
28.
Wow.
A 28? All right, you managed to hang on for dear life as you grab back onto the rope.
Super.
Okay. That is that. Then Lashara, you have been pulled off the edge.
Yeah. And somehow I'm going to use command as I'm falling on the other dinosaur that's not grappled yet. I'm going to try to throw command at it to tell it to catch me.
Ooh, okay. Drop a will save
Nice.
onto one, please.
Is it which one on the tracker? Is it 1 or 2? Or does it matter?
It is 1 is the one grappled by Bilratar. 2 is the other one.
Okay, so the second one on the list. Okay. All right. Ah, bugger.
Ooh, that is not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do it.
good.
No,
that's good,
failure
'cause that's a
for the
save.
dinosaur, yeah.
Oh, it's the save. Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yay.
Yeah, he fails
Oh,
the
that's right.
save.
Phew. Grab me, my dinosaur.
Okay. You so sorry. What you now? I believe your command has to be a single word action. Is that correct?
It doesn't say. It just says you shout a command that's hard to ignore. You can command the target to approach you, run away. So it doesn't say it has to be a single word.
Okay. Hold on, let me.
So
So yeah, it says. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
it
I
says.
think they changed that for the remaster.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Cool. What's your What is your chosen word? Oh, what's your chosen thing?
Catch me.
Catch you.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's fine.
With his talons.
I'd rather get a claw than you
that's-
crash to the splatter.
Oh no, that's not it. It's I mean it's still blind.
Oh.
Is it?
Were they were blind?
They dazzled for a minute.
Oh.
Was it just
I
the
was
one
gonna say,
though?
I was gonna say
No,
Dazzle
it's
is not
dazzled
blind.
or-
There's both of
blind.
them. That's why they both fell down.
Mm.
Actually, no.
Okay.
Dazzled isn't blinded. Dazzled is that they have a reduced perception check. Okay, yeah, no, that should be fine, actually. Okay, no, that should be fine. All right, cool. All right, so that's 2 actions. You have 1 action remaining.
If it catches me, I'm going to hold on to its legs so it can't. So if it lets me go after that, I want to grapple this thing. I don't want to be caught and then immediately.
You
drop.
can't ready an action with 1 action remaining.
Okay. Then actually I'll just throw shield on myself.
All right, shield it is. Done and done. Squee, you are up next. You are the last. You and Viv are the last remaining folk in the gondola.
So let's just get the picture right. The gondola is a series of moving things like a train, and they're now just exploding one by one.
They're not exploding yet. You are in one singular cabin or compartment that is half full of these rocks, and the rocks from the point of origin of detonation have now started to light up in a wave heading in your direction.
Is there any way to disattach 2 carts from each other?
It's all the same cart. There are not multiple carts.
It really just doesn't seem like there's very much to do except jump. Am I wrong here?
If you would like to, you may make an intelligence check to try and concoct a plan.
Yeah, I feel super stumped by this.
No, perfectly fine.
Maybe there's something else obvious.
I tell people this. I tell people this all the time. Look, if much like I don't expect you to come up with great and intelligent and wild plans,
Whoa.
I don't ask you to do push-ups when I ask for an athletics check. A 20. All right, with a 20, that is a success, I'd say. So here is your plan. The cart is your inherent problem. It is filled with these rocks, which are indeed about to explode. Much like the Pteranodon was able to tip your friends out, it is also a non-issue to tip the stone out either. If you can get enough weight onto one side, the stones will simply roll off and fall down into the jungle. Alternatively, you can probably, with your intelligence check here, probably ascertain that this thing might likely have some sort of release to unload rather than for people to have to pick up the ore one by one.
All right, look. Let's use a perception roll. See if I spot the. Or I would like to see if I can spot the button. It might be around the edges or something.
All right, done and done. Make a perception check.
Hell yeah.
Okay, nice. With a success, you have managed to locate what looks to be a strange, it's a stone, but it's a strange elven rune. You don't speak Elven or any of the like, but you can kind of tell it's magic in nature. Now, before we
So
get
it's
to...
only Viv who's left on the cart.
Correct. Viv and her Eidolon.
All right, Viv, hold on.
Viv, do you hold on?
Yeah. Quick question.
No
Yeah.
budget.
How close is everybody who's jumped out to wherever the ore would be falling?
Bilbertar and Arseni would be. Lashara and Aelith, presuming... Actually, hold on. Yeah, presuming they jumped off, they won't necessarily be in the direct path.
Mm-hmm. So nobody should be in the direct path?
Arseni and Bilbertar will be. Because they were spilled out versus leaping off.
Okay. That's great.
Does that change what you're going to do? Because I only asked if you were hanging on.
Yeah. But also
Tell you what,
depends
I'll say
height.
it in my voice as well, if this helps your decision. Hold on, child!
I'll hold on, and then just
Cool.
still realize my friends are there. Still holding on. My thing is holding on. I'm realizing my friends are right underneath us.
All right.
My thing is holding
Press
on.
that thing.
Screed
that button.
presses the thing. Immediately you feel the rocks moving and shifting from underneath you. The bottom of the gondola slides open and the rocks immediately fall. Viv, you're hanging on to one of the support rope. Squee, you're kind of hanging on to like the railing edge, your feet kind of dangling over what you can now see is a 700-foot drop to the canopies below. Below, you can see these rocks descending down on Bilbertar and Arseni, who both can look up and see that heading towards them, as does the Pteranodon that was commanded.
Blinded.
For now, let's end that turn. You guys will have to make an athletics check at the start of your next turn to keep hanging on until the gondola closes the bottom. But otherwise, good job. Top of the round, we go to Viv. So I need an athletics check from you.
Let's see. It's alright. It's okay. It's not okay. That's not okay.
So that is a crit failure. So as Viv hangs on, you realize you made an oopsie. This oopsie came in the form of the puppet hanging on, and your eidolon hanging on to you instead of your eidolon hanging on to the edge and it hanging on to you. So you are suddenly wrenched off, and you begin to fall into the mix of the rocks.
Her little poppet arms are left behind. That's good.
Action glide, so I fall slower.
With a crit fumble, you do fall slower, but you are falling at the same speed as these stones at the moment.
Well, the way glide works is that. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. This reason is you are fumbling. So by the time you activate it, you are amongst the stones.
Oh, that's great. Oh, well, one thing about glide is that it also lets me move horizontal distance.
It's true. You can move horizontal through the rocks if you'd like.
It's like Finding Nemo, just trying to get Dory out of the jellyfish, just really trying to get to the edge in time.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, how far can I glide? It's not gonna do
Oh
much.
my god, this is so good.
Every action Viv has taken has made it more likely for them
Yeah.
to die
So
right now.
by the way, fall damage
is
in
amazing.
Pathfinder is pretty much half of the fall distance in damage.
Ooh. Mm.
So yeah, they just
How far are
tumble
we
out.
falling?
They have enough instinct for the eidolon to catch the puppet while falling, so they stay together. But upon opening their eyes, realizes they are amongst the ore that was just released and is falling towards Arseni and Birotar. So it's just frantically trying to avoid all of the ores. They're swimming to get to the edge of it, essentially.
Just keep
Trying to get out of
Make
the
a-
blast
Just
All right,
keep
make an
going and
acrobatics check
gliding.
as you
Just
definitely
keep
try to
gliding.
avoid the ore and glide to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All I can imagine is there's also a moment where it's like, oh my god, oh, it didn't work, we're still with the rocks. And then you look up and the gondola's like, oh, oh.
Oh no! Oh! This is not a
Belly
good day
carry
for
on.
Viv.
Yes.
All right, what do we get for our acrobatics?
This is gonna be the
Also,
dumbest
this is the,
party death ever.
all right, critical success. All right, you do manage to glide away from the stones a short distance.
This is amazing.
All right. Is that everything?
Viv doesn't like this planet anymore. Viv doesn't like this planet.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I don't know what if they have the wherewithal to do much besides swimming away frantically from the blast zone.
Well, yeah, that's what you're basically trying. All right. Yeah.
I guess that would take 2 actions because I would do the action to activate glide, and then it would just be a move action to get away.
Correct.
So it would have been the athletics to try to hold on, fail that, action glide, action get away.
Correct.
Scream.
Cool.
That's all.
You scream. Done.
Scream.
Arsene, now, you continue to fall and you decide to grab onto a tree, which means that your fall has ended. The trees are a 300-foot canopy. The fall is a 400-foot fall. You will take 200 points of damage. Even if I were to halve this damage by saying that your gecko thing slowed your damage, that would be 100 points of damage. And even if I then gave you a reflex save to halve it even further, that would still be 50 points of damage.
And that's still more than my max.
Arsene, unfortunately, as you rip through the canopies, your arms break, your back breaks, your legs break, and there is a sickening thud at the bottom of the forest.
There was nothing I could do.
Aelith, you are falling, as is Lashara. As the two of you are tied together, you continue to fall, encroaching upon Bilrata and his mighty steed. What would you like to do? Oh, also you look and you can see where Bilrata is and where Arsene is. Literally a shower of grenades is falling down on them.
Okay. But it was Dinosaur 2 that was heading towards Lashara, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna take my grappling hook and I'm going to try and hook it onto the dinosaur. To
The
help.
second one? All right, make a improvised
Yep.
melee attack roll.
Oh boy. All right, how do you do the improvise?
All right, let me walk you through it. So, open up your character sheet.
Yep.
Go to the combat side tab.
Okay. Character, class.
Sorry, what are you
Sorry,
looking?
I'm
No.
looking for
On
it.
your character sheet, character side tab.
Oh, combat. Okay, there.
All right, and then there should be an attack base setting which has melee written in it.
I just have.
I'm looking at your
Oh,
sheet.
there
It
it
is
is.
definitely there.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Double click on it. Ooh, unfortunately, its AC is 18. You did get a 17. So you swing it. Oh yeah, go on.
Can I use my
Hero
Can I
point?
roll again?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, my last
Of
one.
course you may.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Okay.
Unfortunate. Hunter, does Hunter's Mark give you a bonus to your attack? I can't remember. Let's have a quick look.
That I don't.
Hunter's
Would
aim.
you, would you using the hero point
There we
just
go.
for the
Make a ranged weapon strike against your hunted prey. It strike gets a +2 to your attack roll. So what you could have done, potentially, and I'll let you retcon this, is hunt prey
Okay.
as one action, which gives you a bonus to your
Okay.
perception check and survival check against it. Hunter's Aim, which you get automatically, gives you a +2 to your attack. And then making your melee attack with it, that'll give you that +2 bonus. So that will hit.
Okay.
And I'll give you a hero point back.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you take the grappling hook, and following Bilratar's lead, thwack, it lands in there. Now, you are at the end of the rope. You need an athletics check to pull yourself up the rope to climb onto its back.
Alrighty. Let me...
Okay, this is a hard challenge.
Yes, because I'm... Lashara and I are tied together. Alright. Athletics. Here we go. Oh. Well... 15
Oh,
is a
15
There it
is not enough to climb up, but it's not a fumble, so you're not falling. As
Okay.
you grab onto the rope,
Good.
you
Good.
try to climb, but just with the wind and the falling and stuff, it's just too hard at this point in time. But that is all 3 of your actions.
Okay. Yay.
All right, next up is Bilratar.
So Bill's currently back on the rope, correct?
Bill is back on the... Well, yeah, no, Bill wasn't thrown off. Bill was able to hang on thanks to his own check, but he's not in control.
Okay. He's not in control. I'll get to the refund in a second.
Yeah, yep, thank you. Take your turn first.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. I'll get to it in a second. Okay, so the rope's still there. So taking the rope, see if it will help. You'll try to effectively loop it around the neck of the beast in question to try and
Okay.
help convince it to bank away from the problem area from all the rocks. Because I imagine it probably wants away from these rocks itself.
Probably. Make a survival check.
Come on.
Oh, no.
The dice are really not
Oh.
liking this tonight.
They're really out for you guys. As you go to try and loop around the neck, you slip and you fall. Please make me a reflex save. It would be funny if he got up and was just was as undead again. Bill Rotar.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you also managed to fall and begin to
No.
fall away from the bird. Okay. The birds. I mean, at this point, the one that Bill Rotar was riding is going to keep flying blindly away and is now probably out of range and is of no interest to anyone. So off he goes. And because I'm not mean, Bill Rotar, you can keep your grappling hook and stuff. The second bird will make a perception check to try and figure out if it can see where Lashara is. It can. It flies up to hit Lashara, which I'm presuming you relent to being attacked. Is that a yes?
Yes. I will let it catch me.
All right. It digs its claws into you,
Ow.
and it has now caught you as it flies up and grabs onto you.
Great.
Okay. What's that? All right, that is your turn. That is its turn as it flies up. So, Aelith, you are now dangling at the end of a rope that is attached to this pteranodon, and Lashara, you are being grabbed by the talons attached to this pteranodon as well. All right.
Wonderful.
What do you do, Lashara?
I'm going to grab onto its leg, in case
Yep.
it decides to try to release me.
Done.
Okay, and then, oh my gosh, not sure if there's anything I can do. Okay, so I see the grappling hook in the bird. I see that Aelith is clinging on and is still tied to me. The bird's got me. Don't have any more command left. Don't want to weaken it. Can I figure out a course of action on, like, is this bird now going to take me, thinking it caught me, is going to take me to a nest, or
well, this one's easy. As part of your spell, all it has done is given it an instruction, which it is now fulfilled. As far as what it wanted in originally, it probably wanted to eat you. There's probably a number of different ways they would have gone about it, but it seems like the strategy they were using is to drop you from a height, have you die, and then pick your bones clean. That's probably the strategy.
Okay.
Grabbing onto its leg was probably a good idea.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was going to try to drop me. I need to hurt it so that it will land, I think. Actually, you said it can carry two medium-sized creature comfortably.
Mhm.
Would I know that if I was able to weaken it, that it would decide to land?
Probably.
Okay. I'm gonna try to cast Enfeeble on it.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Drop the saving throw.
Enfeeble. Yeah. All right. Oop.
It fails. It
Nice.
is enfeebled.
Yay. It is just a regular fail. So it's enfeebled 2 for 1 minute.
All right. Can you drop that on him?
Oh yeah. Where is that part? Okay, enfeebled. There we go. Boop.
All right, done and done. As we go to Squee, as I need an athletics check from you, please, as you cling for dear life.
Alrighty. We can do that. Cling.
What is enfeebled? Enfeebled. That is a failure, by the way. You do have a hero point if you want to use it. For the folks at home, enfeebled is where you are some way, shape, or form stricken of your strength. It is, let me just read it out to you rather than paraphrasing here. Enfeebled, blinded, dying, wounded, hidden, drained, sickened, enfeebled. Here we go. You take a status penalty check equal to the value of enfeebled to all strength-based rolls, DCs, melee attack rolls, and strength-based damage rolls, as well as athletics checks. So that is what this guy now has, or the Pteranodon now has. Okay, sorry, Squee, did you want to use your hero point, yay or nay?
Can I propose this to your Dag?
Is this an approach the
rather than
bench?
make your point. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool, very well. You can approach the bench.
Rather than using the hero point for to re-roll this, I think it was maybe in the first game, someone lovely, probably Christina, gave us all a magic item when we just had to pick one. Well, I never picked one for Elink. I'm wondering if I could pick one now, cost of my hero point as well, to pick an aerial cloak, which will allow me to glide, as something that Squee just had on them the whole time.
Bilritar, confirm with me if Elink did indeed have an unclaimed magic item. And who it came from would be also lovely, because then we can thank them too. Because Bilritar, by the way, or Schoolii, should I say, Schoolii is a freaking unit when it comes to this, and has made an actual spreadsheet for all this stuff, which is freaking amazing.
I've got something from McClover back in episode 2.
Yeah, McClover donated us all magic level 2 items.
Okay, maybe it was McClover.
Okay, so there's an unclaimed one from McClover?
From back in number 2, and I never got confirmation what it was. I just had question marks.
Okay, well in that case, I'm happy to claim that you had not yet. Actually, I'll be happy to claim that Elling hadn't picked one up because we did have lots of periods of time where due to exams and things, we didn't have Nick. So yes, I will permit this quick exchange to have the cloak. I will also say for aesthetic reasons. The cloak is not as it is prescribed in the book, but in fact is something you made for yourself. So it is still a magic item and functions the same way, but it's made of the wings of one of these creatures.
Yes.
So it actually has that. It actually has that
It's
bright
like a glider.
blue.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like the idea that
Nice.
you've. I like the idea that you've
That's
like
pretty.
kind of like survived by like making this cloak out of this thing. So not a problem. So you have failed to grip on, and you see everyone else
awesome.
fall, and you kind of like, oh well, way! And then as you do so, you kind of like pull like almost like a life jacket, you know, kind of, and then tick, 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 the wings kind of come out and allow you to glide, which I'm
awesome.
going to say you're going to be able to do somewhat safely. However,
And
at this point in time, there is an earth-shattering kaboom. All my flyers will be required to make an acrobatics check to avoid the damage. Failure to do so will result in a reflex save against the damage. So, the Pteranodon, who is currently the arbiter of Lushara and Aelith's death, rolls a 5. Aelith, you don't need to roll.
Oh,
A critical success from Squee. So Squee, you take you're just riding high, just freaking enjoying your day out. You're like a leaf on the wind. All right, and Viv, you also
rolls.
you also do well. Lushara and Aelith, unfortunately,
Can we use a hero
Given-
point for our poor dinosaur to reroll?
you may not. You can indeed.
Okay.
You can indeed use them for your reflex save, which I need the both of you to make. Now again, there is a margin in which you survive this. It is not a big margin, but it is a margin
boy.
nonetheless. Make a reflex save.
Okay.
Hey,
Reflex
Aelith,
save.
that is actually a critical success. You survive. Sort of. And you take half damage, Lushara. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Well, it's high roll.
That is a lot of dice you're clicking.
All right. There we go. Here it is. As the
Oh! God.
all right, as the grenades explode for 66 points of damage, boom, in a wide area. Let's see how this Pteranodon does for his reflex save.
Not only did we break the cart,
he
we
makes it
broke
as
the
well.
whole
Okay.
gondola system.
So that is
Is Bill in this area as well? Since he's-
no, Bill
we didn't
Bill
think
is
they
Bill
fell
is
out,
Bill
yeah.
is underneath this. So that is 33 damage to Aelith. Sorry, no, Aelith is no damage, sorry. Aelith manages to get under the bird. 33 damage to Lushara, which I believe will take Lushara down.
Yeah.
The bird is okay, but now is like kind of limp. He's okay, but now he's like holding on to Lushara, smoldering out the wings. I don't know if he can fly no more.
He just needs to glide us to the ground.
He's gonna give it his
Fine.
best shot. Okay. All right. Then we go to the top of the round. Viv, you know, we're gonna fast forward through these bits here. So Viv, having successfully managed to avoid the explosion, you watch as it rockets up behind you as you slowly make your way down. Arsini, you are dead. Aelith, I need you to make an athletics check. You have to climb to steer the Pteranodon. Failure to do so, the Pteranodon is going to go into a nosedive as it falls unconscious.
Jack,
Yes.
may I say something that Viv would be doing, even if it isn't a mechanical thing?
Yes, if it's quick.
Yeah, just we'll be trying to glide to whoever is closest to
I do
try
not.
and hold on to.
I do not recommend that, Because remember,
Okay.
big explosion, lots of no, that's okay. You'll see why in a little bit. Trust this. Trust the process. We've got this. All right, Aelith, what do you? You've managed to climb up. I need a survival check from you to pull the pteranodon up, to wake it back up as it tries to correct itself. And you do so. Lashara and Aelith, you are both survive. You basically the pteranodon lifts up, and Aelith, you are now on top of it. Bilrotar, unfortunately for you, with nothing further to grab onto, there is another sickening dwarf-sized squish sound. As our two dwarves die. Very sad. Very sad moment.
And hopefully, as a dwarf, makes a little mini critter.
Yeah, little crazy.
The Yamcha just...
The scene passes as about a week later. Bilritar, you find yourself coming to in what looks to be a very, very elegant looking bed. You are alone in this room. It is inside of a building where the walls are made of almost like a petrified wood, bleached white with lots of intricate designs. You recognize this anywhere. Any dwarf worth their salt recognize this. This is elf nonsense.
Bill's first reaction was, "Oh, bloody hell. What did I drink to end up here?"
You go to move, and you still feel cracks in your ribs, your head sort of splitting open, your knees buckling. You also feel sick to your stomach, as if someone had wrung your organs, like a dish rag kind of thing. As this happens, another voice seems to come from behind a nearby curtain. And there, you are... make a will save, actually.
He just passes out.
"23.
Okay, you managed to hold it together as something somewhat unexpected is seen next to your bed. And that is, of course... You see a skeleton.
Oh,
The skeleton sits up and looks at you, and Arsene, make a will save.
Welcome back, Bone Senny.
37.
You see Bilritar, and you're filled with a sense of joy.
Oh, Bill, it's so good to see you.
You had skin last time I saw you.
What are you talking about?
You look at a you next to your bed is a small bowl of water next to a folded up cloth, and you can see that there is a bucket with a lid on the top of it, and it's kind of wrapped up with biohazard tape. It has a very strong smell. As you look at your reflection in the water, you see that you have no skin, no flesh, just a single eye in a otherwise empty socketed skull, and you feel a sense of not fear but relief. You're back to normal. Wait, not back to normal.
Hey,
wait, shit.
Am I short?
No, you're not.
Skeleton?
You're not a dwarf skeleton. You're back to your regular skeleton self.
Okay. Oh, weird.
Would have liked that to be dwarf.
Dwarf skeleton, Arsene. Son of a bitch!
Damn it! Number 4.
You see, I was a
Just
dwarf.
keep
But before that, I was a
changing
skeleton, and then I was a human.
No, I'm a dwarf skeleton. Yeah.
Hearing the sounds of commotion, Lashara, Aelith, Squee, and Viv all enter into the room. It seems to be have been made into like a makeshift hospice for you, but is adjoined to a series of rooms that you guys have been provided by your hospitable hosts. As you enter in, the scene is yours.
Ah! 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 What the heck? What happened? How am I skeleton again?
Are you sure that was the dwarf?
Oh, it's wait. Okay, everyone's back. Hi, everyone. Do you know what
two are
happened?
really you two are really back. It's really you.
Yeah. I mean, here. Where's my violin?
You look at your violin. It is. You look at your violin. It has been smashed into a million pieces.
I pass out.
Oh no.
Okay.
To
I
everyone's
died.
appearance, he looks.
CPR on a skeleton.
To everyone's appearance, he looks dead.
How do I do CPR on a skeleton? Help me, please.
I would laugh because I'd imagine Bill would probably think, "Oh, so that's how we get peace and quiet." As he just mumbles himself in the bed.
You kind of roll over, pull your blanket.
Please, Arsenio, it's been a stressful enough week. Please wake up.
At this point, you are joined by an elven woman who comes in and tries to reassure Viv. One moment. Let me. There we go. All right. Oh, well. Okay.
Don't worry, Viv. He'll be fine. Rest assured, they have all their wounds treated. Oddly, though, I found it weird that the reincarnation magic seemed to transform your friend into a skeleton. It's never done that before. But, I suppose magic always does behave as it would. And we are merely orchestras playing to the tune of the great and powerful Nephis.
They're really gonna be okay.
Yes, I promise you they will. Your other friend seems quite spry. Honestly, I was surprised. Most who would have fallen from that height would have had far more than their life taken from them. The entrails spread quite the distance at that height. Perhaps dwarven physiology prevents such madness. It would make sense given all of the digging and burrowing underground. One would hate for your form to be detached from a large fall like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Doug, getting a lot of static on, at least for myself as you're talking.
Okay, let me turn off the voice mod then. Okay, is that better? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
cool.
only while you were in the voice.
No, that's fine. That is just one of those other things I need to tweak. So, in essence, she very morbidly says that while Arsini was an odd thing to kind of piece together, Bilritar managed to keep his form despite falling from a great height, which she hypothesizes has something to do with the dwarven physiology in order to avoid, when falling down a mine shaft, having the bodies splay out.
Okay.
Oh, but where are my manners? Bilritar, I'm ahead of the acquaintances. You may call me Elili. I am I'm a scholar of the stars here in the city that you now find yourselves in. A city with a great name, a wonderful name, a good name too, one that I definitely know, and I'm not looking up right this second because I remember.
Sydney is a great name.
Okay, I don't remember names of cities either.
Sorry. I mean,
Yes, in the city of Lossi. Shit, hold on. Loskiaula.
Threw up, right?
Loskaya Lua. There we go. That's the word. Loskaya Lua. Ooh, do I have a picture? No, I don't. All right. Well, yes, I am as I said, a stellar scholar. It was quite fortunate that I came upon your friend's distress signal. Not often people who traverse the jungle make it all the way to the mountains. And to have done so while riding atop the cliff races is a feat in and unto itself as well.
I don't recommend it as a new extreme sport.
No, I would imagine not. Well, I'll let you guys acclimate and find your bearings. But when you're ready to talk, come and see me in the sitting room. There's much we can discuss. Your friends have already told me about some of the reasons why you've come, and I think we can help one another. The Aodara is somewhat of a personal curiosity to myself as well, but we can talk about more of that later. She bows, bids you all farewell, and returns back to the living room. Okay. The scene continues to be yours. Now, for those of you with blanked memories, here is what transpired while you were while we moved from one location to another. After the death of Arsini and Bilrata, you set up camp, took a long rest, and let out a signal hoping that someone in the city might be able to send help. And help sure indeed arrived in the form of a elf riding a brontosaurus. They were only able to see your signal because their mount is quite tall, and upon arriving, managed to give you guys a ride all the way to the city. A city of beauty, covered in gondolas and platforms that rise up and down the side of this grand mountain. An entire elven community and city. Though no one spoke anything other than Elven, some of you speak Elven? Yep. Cool. Those of you who were able to speak Elven were able to communicate, though their dialect was ancient, far older than any you'd understood, but you made up the difference in, how you were talking to one another. Eventually, once you arrived, you were brought before Eleli, a Galarian expert, and as mentioned, Scholar of the Stars. She told you that, she basically told you all about your planet, which you found fascinating, but more importantly, she said that she had been communicating with someone on your planet and may have a way for you to return home. In the meantime, however, she also employed the assistance of some of her friends to resurrect both Bilrata and Arsini.
Ooh. This
was done in exchange for certain informative favors to help with her research, which you guys have/are providing by simply explaining where you came from, what was the place that you live at like, what kind of food did you enjoy, etc., etc., etc. After about 3 days of rest and recuperation, Bilrata and Arsini have finally awoken. And that was the in-between.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So we would now understand that we're actually on a different planet and not just in another plane.
Correct.
Okay, that's a mind blow I'm sure for
This
all
is
of
crazy.
us. Like, apparently
let's write this
there's
into a song. Later.
I don't know if we can get you an instrument anytime soon, but maybe if you at least write the song, you can play it for us later.
I have a bit of.
I'm sure they might have something
I'm sure
here.
they have a market somewhere. I'll get you one. I'll get you one.
Oh, thanks.
I'll get you the nicest one I can find.
Oh, don't worry
As
yourself.
long as it's under 300 gold.
What do they even use here? Like, do they use gold? I mean, I'm sure they do if they're elves, so it's maybe. I don't know.
We haven't really gotten that far in conversation. We've mostly just been learning that we're
True. Yeah.
on a completely different world, not just in another plane.
Hmm.
Um,
Maybe it'd be cool to learn something they have here then. So instead of just a violin, maybe I can play something they have got here. But yes, we'll worry about that later.
yeah, we should focus on the fact that we need to get home.
Yeah.
And we have to assist them in order to kind of repay, the
Uh-huh.
bringing you back.
Maybe they know where because we came through a gate. Maybe they know where another gate is.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Bill, are you
Hmm?
okay?
Taking it all in, it does explain why when I looked at the stars the other night, I guess quite a few nights ago now, they looked completely different.
Mm. Would also explain all these really horrible creatures that keep trying to eat us.
They were such cool colors and they looked so cool, but then they were not fun, and that's just that feels like a bit of a dichotomy of expectations. I was really thinking it was going to be cool here, but I want to get home. I really want to get home. I'll draw them whenever I'm home, but I don't have to be near them.
But
What if they
presuming
come
you,
through the gate with us?
presuming you lot said how you got here, but Bill hearing Viv say that says, but I mean, if they were at least riding them, at least some of them are happy. Viv, maybe we just met the wrong crowd.
Yeah, maybe we smelt weird coming from the bad tree.
We just ran into a lot of carnivores,
Yeah.
and predators.
You said she was riding on something gigantic?
Yeah. It was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how they got us
Oh, I
out
see it.
to the city.
Ooh.
Sorry they couldn't resurrect you back to living human, but at least you're back.
I mean, at least it's something I'm used to. From before. Um, I think I actually feel my magic a little bit back, so which is kind of nice. Well, it'll get used to it'll. It'll be a bit weird feeling later,
They
So,
don't seem to object to you being a skeleton, though. So
yeah, I'm really.
that's
That's really
good. Not like Galarian.
cool.
Well,
Either way, maybe we can find some additional answers here as we're trying to find our way back. Since a gate took us here, maybe they had issues as well.
That's what I was thinking. The gate brought us here, so maybe there are some answers, or if not all the answers, clues to point us in the next direction we need to go.
And I suppose one question to possibly ask around: did they have the same experience with the gates 8 months ago, or have the gates been normal here?
Wait, where was the?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
Oh, let's say, Squee, where was the? Where did you come out from? Were you like? You said you came through a gate or something similar.
I did.
Where was that? Sorry. Do you remember where that was? Or maybe
Yeah.
it was where the
DM's
same one we
gone.
came
I
through.
can just make something up and we have to go.
Yeah.
No, he'll just punish us for it later. I
True.
don't recall.
I don't know. Two characters died this session. I think we've been punished enough.
And then they came back.
You could play
Never
Squeeze
sass
sense of
the
direction.
GM.
It was that way.
Uh,
It was that way.
So, yeah, okay, group decision. Is there just a direction that,
You just
we've,
point in a direction
that
and we
way.
have no idea if you know what
Yeah.
you're.
yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just You don't know the distance.
He's like, I'm going to get a drink. And
Yeah.
That away.
DM, we have decided that the gate was that away.
that
And
squeak came
really,
through.
any more information would be pointless. Like, I don't know geography.
It's a whole other planet. You don't know its geography. Just,
You're
I
muted,
came
by
from
the way,
that
Derek.
direction, I think.
I'm finding out that this
I'm
isn't even the
accepting
same
everything.
place that I thought it was.
Oh, well, I haven't had one
I
of
gotta
those in
remember where it
ages.
was.
Imagine they're a bit different.
Well, we
Australian,
certainly can't go back through the gate we came through because that'll just take us back
Yeah.
to the Nighthold, and none of us want to go back there.
I'll be honest with you. I think we'd get lost if we tried to find it again. Better alive and here than dead and in the wilderness.
Well,
True.
Aleli and her people were talking with a language that I know a bit of Elven. I'm not sure why, but it was like really old Elven. So maybe they know more about the gates. Maybe that, I don't know. Maybe they used to have pen pals back on our home planet whenever they were being built, and then they just kind of stopped at some point. That's why they still speak Old Elvish.
Possibly.
They may know a bit more.
Yeah,
And
that's
I really want to help them after bringing my friends back.
Yeah, I have to thank her for that. Or thank them.
Yeah, we've got questionnaires
Sure.
for you guys to start filling in, by the way, like as soon as possible.
Well,
I don't know what blood type
Should
is,
we-
but it does ask you to list that. So Arseni, I think you can just put NA.
Can I just put marrow? Or hollow?
Do you have
Do I
there?
have marrow? I'm assuming I'd have marrow still, maybe. Or would it just be a hollow bones?
Blue.
Probably why I can run faster, actually. Actually, what was that? I think I had hollow bones before. Yeah, I was a
That would have been useful when you're trying to fly.
yeah, I was a fodder skeleton, so I had hollow bones. But I was a dwarf before, so I fell faster. I maybe could have flown as a skeleton. I don't know. I mean, maybe just fall
It's-
slightly slower. I could just put myself back together.
should we
Let's
go
just
out?
focus on the now and then and not what could have happened in that horrible, horrible ride.
Yeah, yeah.
I suggest we never try that ever again. It was quite harrowing. And you died.
I did again.
Yes. How many times have you died?
I'm assuming me turning into the skeleton is one. But I don't really remember it happening. And then there was well, technically that wasn't dying. It was just me getting in a machine and changing. So technically that wasn't dying. I think I'll say 2 times where I turned into a skeleton. So this is actually like, yeah. This is just, it's a familiar feeling, I guess.
2 times too many. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, yeah.
Arsene's
Should we
gonna
go
get
and
out
talk
and
to
start,
our host?
and he'll
Yeah.
get out of bed and be like, okay, all good.
As you stand up, your bones ache. Every single part of you creaks and is in pain. You feel the throbbing in your head, and even though you don't have organs, it feels as though something inside of you is twisted in knots.
Okay, maybe let's just sit down for a little bit more. Ooh,
Yeah.
my bones
I'm
are all
still
mangled.
feeling the pain of all of
Yeah.
that as well. Not as
Mhm.
bad as you guys, though, I'm sure.
Guess we figured we'd wait till you guys wake up before we start asking our generous and wonderful hosts what
Yeah.
we want to do next.
I think I'll stay here and kind of rest up some more, and hopefully my bones will get back together. If you guys want to go talk to them.
Well, Arsene, if you can become bone pile again, you can do that, and then I can put you in a bag and carry you with us. What?
That might be.
Horrific.
I don't know if I can just
It's a little
collapse on
getting
Q.
used to Squee when
I don't know if I can just collapse on Q.
Collapse.
I try to collapse, I guess.
Nothing seems to happen.
Yeah,
Dang.
I think
That's
I have
not
to
how
be
that-
hit with an extreme force. Yeah.
Correct.
No, I know. That's what I was.
Do not. No, Viv, don't. Just let him stay in the
Talking
bed.
to the show.
I'm sure we can find the
We can let them rest. We don't need to drag them around.
You can rest when you're dead. I mean, oops.
Dead
Sorry.
again.
That's
I
not
like the
offensive, is it?
puns. No, it's not. I like the puns.
How about just too soon? Too soon. You know, coming. They were very squishy. And
Here's your button back, Arsene.
Oh, thank you.
Can
I
we,
hope it helped.
I think it
Can we
did.
invite her back into the room?
I'm gonna put it in one.
Well,
guy
she
so
wanted
I
to
can
talk
see
in the
it.
library, letting the people who need rest. You know.
Yeah.
all right.
Alright.
Well, I'm glad you guys are.
Yes, that's right.
alive.
As a GM, I'm excluding several members of the group. Ha 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 ha.
I'm glad you
Well-
guys are back. You rest. We'll get more information.
Yeah, me and Bill will play some games over in here.
Bill?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bill's
God,
very
you let me die.
sleepy.
Bill, you're trying to get some rest and just meow meow
Yep.
meow 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 meow.
Yep.
Arseni's just yakking
Yeah,
on.
it's not so much just the feeling of all the organs being scrambled. Bill's getting a headache with the constant yapping, thinking, Peace was so quiet for those few days, I don't even remember.
Bill Rotar has been stuck in a room with the Yap Master 9000.
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go. Sorry, Bill.
We'll
That-
just
you'll
like
just say-
pull
you try and say to
in
you,
between the
Find
two
his
of them.
favorite toy and distract him, please.
Bill?
Yeah.
You should work on your song, Arsene. Quietly.
Oh, yes, thank
Writing.
you.
In a corner.
I pull up my writing set.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if it would mean much to
I
you,
got a writing set.
but hands you a button as well. I'm really happy you're alive.
Thank you. And he'll look over his gear and he'll see about potentially trying to embroider it on like his shoulder.
Sure,
That's
not
what
a
you
not a difficult thing to do at some point, but yeah.
I'm awkwardly holding the door open at this point, just like
Yeah,
standing there.
The
looking-
shower is gonna. We'll be back, and she's gonna head out
All right.
through the door.
Rest well.
You head out.
And Aelith leaves.
Go find the library.
You all head out and begin to make your way around. Now, you've been here for a couple of days, so you do know where the library is. Let me adjust. There we go. Do.
I like to imagine that she's got Magnus on one shoulder and the rabbit on the other. Just walking around with animals on her.
Fair. All right. You eventually come to a library filled with strange and odd devices. At its center is a globe of Castrovel with what looks to be a solar system built around what looks to be an orbiting crystal that glows with illumination based on the sun. As Aleli seems to be moving around, writing notes on a floating bit of paper that seems to pursue her, She sees you arrive and gestures for it to leave, as well as the quill, and both take part and head over to a work desk. Oh, good, you're here. Well, I'm glad that your friends have finally woken up. I've had some time to collate the information you gave me. Very rich indeed. Now, I believe it's my turn to return the favor yet again. You said that you were looking for something in regards to the Aodara. What can you tell me about this?
Yes, about 8 months or so ago, if I'm recalling our time, the gates all had this strange experience where they just opened in random places and showed you something that you desired most. And everyone who stepped through either didn't come back or came back at a different time later, though no time seemed to pass for them. For us, for example, when we came through the gate, we discovered that 8 months had passed, although we don't remember any of that time, and we all came out with the same exact brand or tattoo on us. And she'll kind of lift her hair and show the back of her neck. We all have one of these somewhere on us. I came out with some extra changes for whatever reason. So we've been trying to discover what happened and what happened to us during that time.
I see. Well, I'm sure you already know the Aodara are powerful gates that connect each Aodara to one another. They were built by ancient elves long since past, and its construction is a mystery even to most elves who specialize in the study of transportation magic. We don't have any knowledge of the Aodara awakening 8 months ago. Perhaps it was only the ones on Galarian that were revived for some reason. Perhaps some sort of centralized event upon your planet itself, maybe. As for the Aodaras themselves, was there any, was there any indication of its use? Like properties or materials or things that you could believe could have led to it being opened in the first place?
Well, there was this guy monster named Kaneepo. And back on our home planet, apparently, just trying to piece everything together from little paintings and everything that we saw, he was from the old world, and then he came here and he stayed super skinny and super angry, and then they locked him in a tree, and then I think he did something to mess with the gates from the tree.
I see.
Yes.
And then we went to go see him.
He'd stolen the Shade Wither key.
And what's that exactly?
Shara will pull it out of her bag, and this apparently controls the gates, at least on Galarian. He had stolen it and used it at some point to spread a curse.
Fascinating. She reaches out to inspect it.
He also really hates elves.
He was very angry fae creature who has great hatred for elves, as Viv says.
She begins to look it over from top to bottom, and as she does so, she says, I can sense there's magic here, very similar to the ones that are found in the Aodara, but there's something else with great power that's here. Maybe if I... She seems to be lost in thought for a moment. And the next moment, she collapses.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Aleli?
Her
Aleli,
pulse.
are you okay?
She alive?
She is non-responsive.
Okay.
I'm
She
gonna
is,
go.
she is currently breathing, but her skin starts to get pale and her temperature begins to drop.
Have
Okay.
we
I'm gonna pull
checked
the key
airway?
away from her.
Yeah,
You do
grab
so?
the key.
Viv's gonna yell out if there's anybody else in this housing. Just someone, please help.
Somebody rushes in from nearby. This is one of the general house staff. What is it? What's the matter? As this let's see. Na 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 na. As this dude shows up. Boom. Nope. That's an Elven City. Nope, that's too expensive. Too wild. Perfect. You'll do. As an elf gentleman comes in and asks what seems to be the matter.
She was holding the key and then she collapsed and now she's getting really pale.
He's listening very attentively.
I'm gonna check her airway.
She is breathing, but barely.
Okay. Can I use treat wounds or make a check to see what's wrong with her? Like a medicine?
You can't tell. She it is definitely a magical affliction or whatever it is. But a moment later, this individual who is listening to Viv try to explain what's going on passes out and stops breathing.
Oh. I am going
Well,
to
not stops breathing, but slows their breathing. You know, exact same thing just happened.
Jack,
Yeah.
how similar are these symptoms to the curse back home?
Oh,
Yeah.
100% identical.
Oh my god. I'm gonna stuff that shade with her key back in the bag.
The sound of the commotion has begun to draw more people from the house to head in your direction.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the doorway.
We're gonna die!
You head to the doorway? Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to stand in the doorway so that when anybody gets closer, I can stop them to prevent them from coming in. Because I don't want anybody else to collapse.
Sure. As you go to step in the doorway, some of the elves immediately come up and say, "What's going on? What happened? What's the commotion? People are yelling."
No, please, there's a curse. Please stay back. Please.
A curse? Oh, come now, friends. There is no curse here. It's
a curse from back home. We don't know why it's here. Please just stay back. You're gonna fall to it too. Please.
Make a
It's called
diplomacy
the
check.
Idara curse.
Make a it's also called the unnubilate curse, not the Aedara curse.
The Nubliate curse,
Oh,
yeah.
Also, I need a
Oops,
diplomacy
sorry.
check. Let's see what happens.
Yep, making it right now.
Oh boy.
They look kind of angry. Stand aside immediately. What have you done to Ailey?
Please don't. She was examining an artifact. She was examining an artifact.
They aren't waiting for an explanation. They are not letting you.
Oh,
Well, at least this guy. There's a couple of others there, but this dude in particular is just not having it. And will try to push Aelith aside. Aelith, what is your fortitude plus 10?
Fortitude. That would be a total of 18.
Okay, that's reasonable odds. Let's see how he goes. You do manage to keep him out, as he demands you unhand him immediately. Tensions continue to rise as he basically, again, is just super angry, super, getting up in your face, when suddenly another voice breaks the hubbub. Cease your squabbling. These people have brought a curse into our lands, and unless you wish to fall as well, you will back off. They have much to answer for. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh my god, we're all going to prison.
I'm not with them.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Squeeze like
It was
"I
my
didn't do
skin.
this."
It was my skin. No.
Oh no!
My skin got ejected, and now it's that problem.
All right, guys. Well,
Oh my god, are we gonna
Whoa.
get infected? Oh, alien?
maybe. Because remember, you guys did wish the unnubilate curse be gone from Galarian, and it is.
Yeah.
It's following us now. Holy
Oh no!
It's
shit.
still in the key though.
Absolutely. All right. Well, guys,
We're gonna bring it everywhere we go.
thank you so
Well,
much for.
I'm gonna give Dag $100
It looks
today.
like Lashara and
No,
Aelith
no,
will
we're
be
not there.
I
close.
don't think no.
if we hit the COVID levels, then I would have given it to you guys. It would have spread to the rest of the people in the city. You wouldn't be able to do your shopping. A bunch of other cool stuff here. But yeah. Speaking of shopping, by the way, any of the shopping that you guys would like to do, this is one of what we like to call DAG caches for his games. Basically meaning that you will now be able to, in your own time, and only now between here and next week, purchase anything you would like to up to a value of let's see, what is the amount that you have this at this level?
It's up to a net worth of 140.
140. Okay, so basically after auditing all of your materials, not including donations from the chat, you should have spent 140 gold in total each. So yes, you can basically buy and spend until you have spent that amount. Again, not including donations and stuff. But cool. The adventure and the plot continues to thicken as our heroes may have possibly been brought about the doom of this poor city. But what will they do? Will they overcome their challenges? Will they be able to find a cure? And what of the Aodara? Will our heroes figure out a way to use it in order to get back home? Find out when we return next week for Gatewalkers. Guys, thank you so much for being here, for having a great time. I had a splendiferous time. And I hope that you will join us next week. In the meantime, however, we're going to finish off with the DAG formation. The DAG formation for the day is thus. Be wary of... okay, here's the thing. I would say that even if you are a helpful person, someone who spreads joy and brings laughter and love and helps people all around you, never forget that sometimes... a gift horse can be a plague bringer. Make sure that you always keep a weather eye, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and sometimes that's just how it is, and that's just the nature of it. So yeah, keep your head on a swivel, and appreciate those good omens when they show up, but also just make sure you're like, hey, where's this coming from? What's going on? Is this a Shade Wither Key situation? Hi-ya! Could be anything. We'll see how it is. All right. In the meantime, guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. We are going to be back in about 8 hours for our adventures of Curse of the Crimson Throne, where we're playing with a different group of adventurers on a different quest entirely as they dive through the dungeons of Scarwall. So tune in for that. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not is free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks!
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.